You own a Lamborghini, but you choose to spend months restoring a 50-year-old rusted car. Why? Most people would never understand. They see rust, dents, missing parts. You see potential. You see life waiting to be reborn. It's not about money. It's about something deeper, something that touches patience, identity, and purpose. Imagine a man in his late 40s, standing in a garage surrounded by tools. A 1967 Mustang sits before him. The paint is chipped, the chrome dulled, the engine silent for decades. He wipes his hands on a rag, takes a breath, and smiles. To him, this car is more than metal. It's a connection to his father, who drove a similar model as a teenager. Every bolt he turns honors that memory. Restoring a classic car isn't just mechanical work, it's psychological work. It reveals how some humans approach challenge, satisfaction, and identity. People who commit to these projects rarely give up easily. Personality research shows they score high in conscientiousness, meticulous, patient, and persistent. They thrive on slow progress. Instant gratification doesn't motivate them. Restoration demands it. Tracking down a rare part might take months. Fabricating a single body panel may take weeks. Every step is painstaking. Most would quit, but they don't. They lean in. They persist. Then there's the state they enter when working. Hours pass without notice. The engine, the tools, the problem in front of them, that's all that exists. Phones, deadlines, stress, gone. This is flow. A psychological state where challenge meets skill perfectly, deep absorption, complete focus. Flow predicts high life satisfaction. Most people don't find it in leisure, but restorers find it daily. The man turns a wrench, listening to the engine's rhythm. Small successes add up. A stubborn bolt loosened, a wire connected. The car responds. He feels control, competence, and calm all at once. Control is crucial. Modern life is chaotic. Jobs, markets, politics, technology. In the garage, he decides every detail. Paint, parts, specifications. Every choice is his. Psychology shows perceived control reduces stress. This environment gives him mastery over something tangible. Nostalgia enters too. A car from the 60s or 70s is not just metal, it carries a time. It reminds him of simpler days. Research shows nostalgia strengthens identity, improves moods, and fosters social connection. The Mustang represents a bridge between past and present. The process itself also validates identity. Restoration rewards patience, skill, and dedication. Consumer culture constantly pushes new. Restorers reject this. They prioritize craft over convenience. They prioritize substance over speed. Acting in alignment with these values reinforces self-concept. Community amplifies the effect. Classic car networks are tight-knit. Knowledge flows from experienced restorers to newcomers. Recognition comes from mastery, not income or status. Belonging in such a group strengthens identity and confidence. Learning is constant. Mechanical systems, electrical circuits, metalwork, painting, upholstery, each skill mastered reinforces competence. Lifelong learning is linked to mental resilience and cognitive health. The satisfaction is real, tangible, and lasting. Legacy matters too. Restoring a car that has survived decades ensures it survives decades more. Children, grandchildren, or future enthusiasts might see it, drive it, admire it. Psychologists call this generativity, the desire to leave a lasting contribution. The car becomes a vessel for purpose, continuity, and meaning. Even after completion, many restorers admit a strange emptiness. The project is finished, but the daily rhythm, the problem-solving, the immersion, all gone. Completion brings pride, but also signals the end of the ritual. That's why few stop at one. They are addicted not to the final product, but to the process itself. There is also rebellion in restoration, against disposable culture, against trends, against instant gratification. Restorers see value where others discard. They act in opposition to a world that equates worth with speed and newness.
This countercultural stance reinforces autonomy, self-expression, and identity.
Every choice, every challenge, every problem solved layers psychological richness, flow, mastery, conscientiousness, nostalgia, generativity, control, and identity affirmation. Restoration is an act of creation and self-reflection simultaneously. The man steps back. The car gleams under fluorescent lights, rust replaced with polish, engine tuned and responsive. Each element is exactly as he envisioned. He smiles again. Pride, satisfaction, and quiet fulfillment. When someone asks why restore a car while owning a Lamborghini, it's not about money, not about performance, not about prestige. It's about patience, about flow, about identity, about connection, about control, about legacy, about mastering something meaningful. This is why restorers often return to another project immediately. The joy is not in the finished vehicle, it's in the act of creating, repairing, and investing oneself fully. It's in the human experience of transformation, persistence, and purpose. Every classic car tells a story, not just of design or engineering, but of the people who poured attention, care, and identity into it. It represents hours of immersion, learning, mastery, and psychological growth. So when you see a gleaming vintage car on the road, remember, it's not just metal. It's a human story. A story about patience, skill, values, and the profound satisfaction of bringing something lost back to life. Restoration reveals what many modern conveniences hide. True fulfillment comes not from what we own, but from what we create, nurture, and bring back to life with our own hands.